Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Dan, how do you see, and I know it's impossible to see into the future here, but as conference realignment kind of shows itself here, and we get Oklahoma and Texas moving to the Big 12, and we get USC and UCLA coming to the Big 10, how does that impact the sport? How does that impact the NCAA tournament? And do you think this is just the tip of the iceberg here for more people to leave?
Yeah, I mean, long term, I don't think conference realignment is done. I'm not making a prediction in that way, but I used to work at the old Big East Conference, and conference realignment's been going on now for well over a decade, and I don't think it's done yet. So I do think it's a very good question, and honestly, in my mind, some of the consideration around expansion of the tournament has to take that into consideration, or at least the selection, seeding, and bracketing criteria, because leagues that are of 16 teams rather than 10 or 12 teams present a different team profile potentially. And you use two really good examples of more often than not, Texas and Oklahoma, USC and UCLA are NCAA tournament teams, right? Not every year, but more often than not, right? And they're going into leagues where they already have an awful lot of NCAA tournament teams, like a third to a half of the league generally gets in. So what gives? Like, is it going to be one team replaces another, or if they're all good enough, are you going to have more teams out of larger leagues?
Our partner for today's episode is Athletic Greens. I started taking AG1 during the college basketball season, and I loved the impact that it had on my energy levels. I'm a big coffee in the morning guy, but by the time that the afternoon would hit, I needed another boost. AG1 helped me tremendously, especially on those days when I didn't want to get up off the couch and go hit the gym. Their tagline is AG1 is comprehensive health and the power of habit in one. And man, that could not be more true. It's nearly impossible to eat and drink in a healthy manner in the month of February and the month of March when you are in my business. And AG1 was exactly the supplement that I needed to improve my gut health and cover my nutritional basis for the day. I've continued that into April. I've continued that into May, and I'm going to continue that the rest of the summer. All I have to do is mix a scoop of AG1 with some water, or maybe add it into a smoothie, and I'm ready to go. Do it after lunch, and you'll be ready to go for the rest of the day. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/field68. That's field 68 FIELD, the number 6, the number 8, and you can get yours now. So check it out and help support this show. Thanks.
Just by the simple math of playing conference games, you're likely going to have more teams that have a 500 or lower record in conference games only. So what does that mean? There's no policy against taking teams with a losing conference record right now, and we see it every year, frankly. But we may see more of that in the future. We may see more quality teams with 500 or below records in conference play. So all that, I think, has to be taken into consideration, Robbie. It's a really good question, and it's been on my mind for some time. I'm not saying what the outcome of that is going to be, but I think we need to continue to keep the tournament selection process relevant and contemporary to what is going on in college basketball. And if one of the things going on in college basketball is much larger leagues with more conference games, the committee has to consider that. Again, I'm not saying what it's going to consider, but it's not going to be like it was 5 years ago, 5 years from now. So what does that mean in terms of how we select, seed, and bracket the field?
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field 68 content.